We have been in a fog, and as we emerge, we see the world's been pushed to the brink. And so have you. I'm Dr. David Owers, I'm the Doc of DeFi, and I am here in my favorite place once again, very close to where the hospital where I work is. And I've just come out of a meeting, a business meeting, today. And I always like to come places like this to take away from all of that very verbose and very slow-paced, low-energy type of situation that we can get into when meetings get a bit too wordy. The idea in the hospital these days is that it is adopting a new technology, one where there will be no more pen to paper anywhere in the hospital. It will all be done digitally on tablets and on other devices, cell phones, whatnot, that all communicate with each other and with other hospital hubs. So this is a bit like you see on television. The idea, though, that on television it can't work that seamlessly. It's a lot more complicated, but now we finally actually got to that point. So this got me to thinking of course, the crypto space and the blockchain, because the idea there is that it is another adoption of technology. That's true, a digital technology, a blockchain technology, but just an overall adoption of an idea. It's not so much an adoption of a currency or a cryptocurrency. Those things exist, and in the infancy, back 15 years ago, that's all that there was, and a lot of people were able to show gains, financial gains, and that's what brought a lot of people's attention to the space. Now, of course, we're not seeing so much of that happening. It's called the bear market, as most people know, and certain things are on the verge of not coming back. One of them has actually folded completely, one of the projects, and another one is in a situation where people are wondering what's going to happen. It likely won't fold, as most things, but this is not new. The digital space and currencies coming and going is not new. There have, in the real world currency, in the 15, 16, 1700s, there were currencies back then that don't exist now whatsoever. As a matter of fact, someone said that it's as little as 20% of currencies that might have existed, in the 16th and 17th century, that exist today. That's kind of an eye-opener. But that happens all the time. And currencies devalue and collapse all the time. The digital space is not new. But I think that more importantly, it's an adoption of a new paradigm. It's a paradigm shift. And when you start to see that for what it is, it becomes a little clearer and becomes a little more interesting to look further into this space and go beyond the currencies that have been represented and are the I guess the shiny objects that have brought the cryptocurrency blockchain space attention in the past. But now it's maturing a little bit, and it is an adoption of a new paradigm. And that paradigm is a peer-to-peer, is an accountability, it's a transparency, it's a individual control, autonomy, it's so much more. And it will evolve into something else if we protect it and allow for the underlying reason for its inception to mature as well, before too many other elements corrupt or try and bring again an old world or a 2.0 version of things into a 3.0 space. So little less of an idea that you are quick to judge, to size something up quickly, to get first impressions. That's more of a 2.0 world situation, and it served well in that kind of centralized situation where there were intermediaries. But now it's more of a do your own research, look into things a little deeper, reserve opinion, don't be so quick to take a look at a few lines of something and pass judgment. That kind of quick assessment and sizing up quickly, which was so valued in times past, doesn't apply anymore because we're in a paradigm shift. Just food for thought. We'll catch you on the next video.